So we're now going to do a bullion knot stitch. Now this will fill this line up and it will sort of be just loads of spiraled thread through another piece of thread, and it creates this long knot, which does look a bit 3D. And I'd say it's a pretty hard one to do. A lot of people struggle with this one, but I feel like once you understand how it works and once you've done a few, they are a lot easier. It's just getting the first one done, I think. So I'll try and explain it as best as I can. So what you do is you bring your needle up either end of the line. So pick an end, bring your needle up through it, bring it all the way through. Now what you're going to do, you do need 2 hands for this, is you're going to bring your needle down through the fabric on the other side and then bring it up without going all the way through. So you want your needle still in the fabric. So you've got to try and feel at the back and then bring your needle up. So your needle's lying flat through the fabric. So it's going from one side to the other. And then bring it through, not all the way, leave a little bit, but you want it pretty much all the way through. So you've got quite a lot here. And this is where you're going to spiral all your thread on this bit. So just make sure I've got enough thread. What you're going to do is keep lifting your needle up and tucking your thread underneath it. So you're not going through the fabric or anything, you're just literally winding your thread around this needle. So just keep winding it and winding it. Conscious you might not be able to see this very well, but just keep winding it around, basically, until you've got enough wound around it that you think it will fill this whole line up. So don't do it too tight, but also don't do it too loose. Don't add extra tension to it, but just wind it as tight as you can without pulling on it too much. So keep filling the gap. That should do. So you've got your what will be your bullion knot on your needle, and now we've got to get this off the needle and flipped around to cover this line, and then we're going to finish it off here. So this is the tricky bit as well. You want to push your needle all the way through now. Make sure your wound thread doesn't fall off your needle. So make sure you hold it there. And you're basically just going to push it all the way through. So your needle goes through the fabric. And then you can pull your needle, and you want to pull all of this off to the end of your needle. It will still stay wound once you pull it off. So if I pinch my wound thread and then pull the needle through it, sometimes it can be a bit tricky to get it through your fabric, and I'm using probably a bit too much thread. This is what I mean by tricky. There you go, it's popped out now. My needle's popped out. So now you can, as long as you've not applied too much, so you can see here my needle's loose, it's all the way through the fabric, and I've got my wound bullion knot on here. So now you just need to push your thread off there. So you can do it bit by bit if you want. And once you get it off, it'll be a lot easier. I'm just going to pause this a second to get it off. There we go. So it's popped off now, the end of the needle. It can be a bit fiddly, so you just keep easing it off. So now you've got your bullion knot here, and you're going to pull all of this loose thread through your bullion knot. So you're just going to keep pulling on your needle and hold, I'd say hold the end of your bullion knot here so it doesn't unravel. Just sort of pinch it there and then pull all the way through until you get here. And then, so you've got your bullion knot like that, and then you just keep pulling and pulling and pulling. And then you're going to push your bullion knot down onto the fabric and keep pulling on your needle. So push it down, slide it along, and then you'll see that it's now lying flat on your fabric. So you've got it will have a gap underneath, so it will only be joined either end. And that is a bullion knot. And then to finish it off, you bring your needle down where this loose thread's coming out. Bring your needle down and then finish it off. So they can be a little tricky. It's not the easiest to stitch. So I'll do it again. So you bring your needle up one side of your line, all the way through, and then you're going to bring your needle down, but not all the way through. So bring it down and then bring it up again, the other end of your bullion knot. Now I have got this other one here, it's going to make it a bit tricky. Let me use the other one actually so you can see what I'm doing a bit better. So we'll move to this one. So bring it up and then bring your needle through again. So you'll have your needle lying flat in your fabric, and then push it nearly all the way through. And then you want to wind your fabric round again. So just keep winding it round. You can see it's all wound round. Careful not to stab yourself. That should do. So you again want to wind as much as your line that you want to fill. And then you want to pull your needle through. So it's popped out of that hole now. And now you want to make sure you don't lose all of your stitches on here, but you want to pull your needle through and then pop it off those stitches. So there you go, it's popped off. I know it looks a bit of a mess at the moment, doesn't it? And there we go, that's a bit clearer. So you've got your bullion knot there, you've got your needle going through you've got your thread and needle going through the bullion knot, through all your spirals, and then you're just gonna pinch your bullion knot and pull your needle and thread all the way through, and then just keep adjusting it. This one seems to have got a little tangled. There we go. Oh, I think I've gone under it somehow. There we go. So keep pulling it. There we go. And you just have to sort of push your spirals down a little bit if they're clustered at one end, and pull it so it's lying flat again. So you've got your stitch joined at either end. And then to finish it off, bring your needle down and there are your bullion knots.